Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Dr. Hasi, and today's topic is um, exam 4, the module 4 in organismal biology 1011 lab, and we are going to cover a review of labs 15, 16, 17, and 18, including arthropods, chordates, and muscle and skeleton systems. So let's get started. Okay, so arthropods, which is lab 15, which is the biggest phylum, as you all know, with more than 1 million species listed. So 4 subphylums, including crayfish as a model organism. So subphylums are hexapodal, silicerate, myriapoda, and crustacea. So crustacea, which includes a number of species, including crayfish, crabs, shrimp, barnacles. Myriapods include centipedes and millipedes. Salicerates include spiders, mites, ticks, scorpions, horseshoe crabs, and hexapods, which is biggest class, the insects, beetles, bees, fleas, bugs, grasshoppers, butterflies are under that class, hexapods. So arthropod again is the biggest phylum in Animalia among the nine large phylums, but the biggest one is arthropods. They are joint-fooded animals, and they actually very diverse from 0.1 millimeter to 4 meter tall, like Japanese spider crabs. They have a chitinous exoskeleton. For example, crayfish, shrimp, crabs. We are going to see again for subphylum. Crayfish is our model system in lab 15 arthropods. So when you're studying this, make sure that you cover anatomy like tarantula anatomy. Make sure that you are familiar with major organs like stomach, ovary, and some other organs that actually like brain and their location and labeling them, and also study differences between classes and remember species from the lab. That make sure you review those. And then other insects and crayfish, obviously. So crayfish anatomy very, very important. So make sure that crayfish, and you are familiar with labeling crayfish anatomy. So crayfish is our model system and know its anatomy. So that's lab 15. In lab 16, we have Echinodermata. Echinodermata is another important group, phylum, which is basically starfish is the main model system here in Echinodermata. So Echinodermata means spiny skin animals, spiny skin elements. It's much smaller than arthropods, only 7,000 species. They are mostly marine species. Again, starfish is the main major animal here. There are 5 classes. Arthropods has 4 classes. Echinodermata has 5 classes, including asteroid, apteroid, echinoida, crinoida, and holothroid, or sea cucumbers. So asteroid example is sea stars, ophiroid, like brittle stars, echinoid, sea urchins, and the dollars, and cranioid, sea lilies, and holothroid, sea cucumbers. So examples of the 5 classes of Echinodermata. So make sure that you study starfish anatomy, both side, top side, and oral view, and make sure that you familiar with all these different species and examples in each of these other 5 classes under phylum Echinodermata. Of course, the most important, clearly most important phylum is chordates, which is actually also includes a class with vertebrates. So, and all the animals we've seen so far, actually, they were inverts, and most of these chordates are too, but there is a one subphylum, which is vertebrate, which is the animals with backbones or vertebral column and distinct head. So that's why that included file that subphylum includes human and a lot of other species. So chordate is lab 17, so phylum chordate. So what we cover in the chordate, so make sure you get familiar with, again, three subphylum. These are fishes and tetrapods. The chordates, there are 57,000 species under chordate phylum. Again, three subphylum: Urochordate, Cephalochordate, and Craniata. Again, Craniata is the only one with vertebrate. The other ones are invert animals, so, or non-vertebrates. So first two subphylum, non-vertebrates. And under Craniata, there are 7 classes. They are all big classes. Akada, like lamp-based class, the sharks and rays, stingrays, Oceanas, like wannafish, amphibia, frogs, reptilia, turtles, snakes, lizards, aves, like all the birds under this, and mammalia, obviously human under this. So mammalia can be only like plant or animal based nutrition. Excuse me. So next is basically skeletal and muscle and organ systems. So frog is our American bullfrog is our model organism here in chapters lab 17 and 18. So frogs, that's why it could cover frog skeletal, frog anatomy, like major organs, and muscles, frog muscles. So you need to be familiar with it. Okay, so a lot of similarities, obviously, so that's why. So if you look at the major bones, so make sure that you know the name of the bones, the major bones, and what, like skull and femur, longest bone, and patella, tibia, fibula, tarsus, metatarsus, ribs, sternum, and all other bone names, and make sure that you're familiar with it, and then you can label these major bones. Again, humerus, an important one, radius, ulna, femur, tibia, again as mentioned, so some, and ilium. Next is muscle systems. Some major muscles in animals include deltoids, like shoulders, right? Biceps, triceps, sartorius, lateral rotation, quadriceps, hamstrings, tibials, pectoralis, rectus, oblique, trapezius, and latissimus, some important ones. So these are all in the lab book or slides. So make sure that you muscular system, you're familiar with some of the major muscle systems. Okay. So, and then the lastly is the organs, like you see here in the picture at the bottom right. There are a number of organs. So obviously, important organs like liver, pretty large one, large organ, stomach, lungs, right? Where are they? Pancreas, kidney, and then reproductive organs like testes, uterus, and etc. So rectum and head. So and of course the mouth, the teeth, different types of teeth. So make sure that you study these and then tongue, and make sure you can actually label, right? So you can label major organs and parts of the frog, right? Um, and then female frog, big frog is big belly, thousands of eggs. Male frog much larger, uh, larger and bigger frog usually. Um, and then all these muscle systems, elongated stomach systems, and triceps, femur, tibia fellis, perennis, tibialis, um, again, sacrum, some of the major parts of the organ. So uh, just to recap, again, these are the 3 labs, vertebrates and 2 invertebrates, and including arthropods, echinodermata, chordates, and basic major muscle systems, types of muscles, their function, um, the bones, and then major organs that we cover. So please feel free to comment, like, and if you like the video, please subscribe. Okay, see you next time. Thanks for watching and happy studying.